Welcome to G.N.A. Anonymous. Hi, I'm Cecil.
Hi, Cecil.
I've been gaming for 31 years now and buying more games than I can possibly finish for probably about 15 years now. I have upwards of 450 games, and I've only completed about 50 of them.
Oh, sorry. Hi, I'm Blue Shark.
Hi, Blue Shark.
I've been, shit, I'm gonna die. Damn it. No. Alright, sorry. I've been gaming for, 20 years and addictively buying more games than I can complete for about 10 years now. I have 35 games in my Steam library and I still haven't finished all of them.
Wish you weren't so fucking awkward, bud. Hi, I'm D.
Hi, D.
And I've been gaming for 32 years. Buying more games than I can finish for about past 10. I probably have a couple thousand in here. So, and I need to finish most of them. Oh, what's on eBay? Ooh, what's on eBay? Ooh, that looks good to buy. That looks good.
Hi, everybody. My name's Zyber.
Hi, Zyber.
I've been gaming for about 33 years. My Steam library has about 500 plus games, and console-wise, I probably have another 500 plus. I have a real problem.
Hi, I'm Damok.
Hi, Damok.
I've been drinking for gaming 20-ish plus years. Drinking for about 19 of those years. I have about 558 games on Steam and Humble and Twitch. I think I stopped finishing games the first year I started playing games.
Hi, everybody. I'm Article.
Hi, Article.
I've been gaming for as long as I can remember, and currently I'm sitting on about 300 games, of which I maybe have completed 15.
Well, thank you all for sharing. Welcome to the G.N.A. podcast, Games, Nerds, and Alcohol, where we buy way too many games and don't finish a single one of them.
Woo. You just talked about me right there. I haven't finished really any of my games.
So you heard the entire crew of who's here, so we'll skip those introductions, but we will go into what is everybody drinking or partaking in. We're not prejudiced here. At least not much. So let's go down that line. Let's reverse that. Article, what are you partaking in, man?
Got that Amnesia OG again. So I'll be drifting in and out this evening.
Yeah.
Guy you will remember a thing.
What?
What about you, Damok? What are you drinking, man?
Flying Dogs, Double Dog, Double IPA. It's amazing. I'll bring some.
Oh, you bitch. Yeah, you were talking about that in chat, and that sounds so good. I so want that in my mouth.
You know you want it in your mouth.
I must have a bad batch of it or something, because everybody on the review site say it has a great smell to it and it is amazing. It has this nice punch in the mouth, and I'm sitting here downing it like it's water. Has a little bit of smell. Tastes great, but yeah, I don't know. I got a bad batch, or people are stupid.
Little of column A, little of column B. What about you, Zyber? What are you drinking, man?
Well, what I am drinking is probably something I probably shouldn't be drinking, because I don't know how long it's been hiding underneath my cabinet. But I found some cans of Magic Hat IPA, a little bleached on some sides of it, so why not? It wasn't moldy, so...
Dude, I was really fearing that you were going to say you found a green Sprite bottle full of some sort of alcoholic liquid.
Dude, if it was a green Stewart's bottle with some mysterious liquid in it, I'm getting the fuck out of the house.
No, not the Stewart's bottle. We know what that one does. I'm talking about the Sprite bottle, the one that she was supposed to grab.
Oh, yeah. The special concoction of booze.
Same response. Leave the house.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, same response. Get the fuck out of Dodge. What about you, D? What are you drinking, man?
I'm actually trying to finish up the Shipyard Melon wheat ale that I bought. I bought a ton of it. I haven't really been out to shop because I've been a little bit busy lately. trying to get everything ready for my possible move to Germany.
You keep saying the word possible. I thought you already accepted everything.
Tentative. They have to do a finalized one.
Ah.
So as long as I get what I want, if they decide to renege on anything, then I'm going to say no.
Well, I'm crossing my fingers for you, man. I mean, well, we've already had a discussion.
Yeah. But,
sad,
I'll
sad.
definitely have some new brews to partake in.
Yeah, crossing my fingers and sticking needles in the voodoo doll. Same thing.
Little to the left, dude. I have an itch.
What about you, Blue? What are you drinking, man?
I am actually drinking IPA kit. I've been going strong for about 2 weeks. I'm drinking my last bottle of Dogfish.
So good.
Yep. I still stand behind the fact that stuff, it's not as bitter as you think it is. It's actually kind of mild. I've had one bottle that's that bitter, to quote Damok. Stuff's been very smooth. I'm enjoying it.
Nice. Are you still having some of that, what was that, sequential one? The one that was almost like a sour?
The Screaming Reels?
Yes!
I mean, I don't have any of that left. I mean, I did finish a 6-pack of that. I was happy with that one. But I don't know what it is, man. The IBUs on this bad boy, I don't know. They're real low. Or they are just really deceptive.
Yeah, like the 90-minute IPA. I know, like, it says every time they talk about those IBUs and the higher that they get, the less bitter it seems to me.
Yep, I'm right there with you. It's really great for cooking. I've used it a few times. Noodles, garlic, onion, boneless chicken thighs, and I poured, like, the IPA in the oven. It's fan-fucking-tastic.
I actually had the wife use one of the 90s in some chili, and it was fucking amazing.
Oh, damn it. I didn't even think to use it in chili. Oh, I just got hard thinking about that. Oh, it's going to be so good.
Stay away from the chili.
Hey, is that cheddar cheese on top? No, cheddar cheese isn't that color, guys.
Can be.
I myself am super, super lame tonight, and I won't give you any of the excuses, but I am not drinking tonight. So, yeah, there's that. But I'm super excited for tomorrow, and the whole reason I'm not drinking is because of tomorrow. So, trying to keep myself level-headed. I still got about, 6 or 8 hours left of prep work I got to do. And I got to still go to Lidl's tomorrow and pick up meat and some more beer, some other shit too.
What's going on tomorrow?
Oh, I'm running the first actual night of the D&D campaign.
Oh, cool. Good luck.
So, that whole skit that we did behind that night. So, the big thing is... I bought it in.
Oh, dear Lord.
Yep. I have all these games I haven't finished, and I've decided to buy another Zelda game because I couldn't say no to it. That's the reason why we were doing the addiction thing, because I was going to talk about that, and I completely forgot. Rip
Yo,
the joke.
Add my ass.
I will once it comes in on Monday.
All right, so here's how bad it is with me, though. So now that we broached that subject, I just really got to tell you this quick, because I'm looking over at just a cross-section of the PS4 games I got hanging out back here. I've got Resident Evil 2, Kingdom Hearts 3, Battlefield 5, Titanfall 2 for both Xbox and PS4, as well as Mass Effect Andromeda.
Oh, I don't have that.
And Planescape's Torment, the new one. Or not Planescape's Torment, but the Ties of Narinia or whatever. Marvel vs. Capcom, Shadows of War, Paradise City, Horizon Zero Dawn, Axiom Verge. I just realized every friggin' game I have sitting up here on my shelf right in front of my PS4 and Xbox, I have not beaten a single one of them.
Cool.
Ditto.
Yeah, it's bad. We got our topic that we're talking about tonight. Considering that, and I still haven't beaten Witcher 3.
Wait, is our topic Witcher 3?
No.
So, CD Projekt Red then.
Yeah. Zyber, did you have something you want to say?
No, I already did.
Okay.
When,
Sorry, missed it.
Blue took the little gap of the cooking with the stuff.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I missed it. Well, anyway, so what we got tonight is, you guys have all heard Cyberpunk 2077 coming out.
Oh,
Yep.
what? What's this now?
Oh, yeah. There's this really, really cool game coming out. And it's called Cyberpunk 2077. And I think, I'm pretty sure.
Are you saying Cyberpunk? Because that sounds like an awesome game right there.
Yeah, it is. And it's got Neo in it too, which is really awesome. Like, he actually gets like all plugged into the Matrix and shit. And then I'm pretty sure there's going to be Morpheus there fighting with him, and Agent Smith's going to show up. And
I thought Bill and Ted were in this game.
oh yeah, Ted's in it too. Yeah.
Sounds like you guys took both the red and the blue pills.
I thought that dude from the fucking lake house was in this game.
The lake house? Which one's from the lake house?
I don't know, the dude.
Oh, you mean the dude with the White Russians?
Yeah, dude.
Jeez, I thought Johnny Depp was in this one.
No, that's Secret Window.
Oh, shit. Wait, which one's Secret Window?
I have no idea. Hey, you ever see that? You haven't seen that? It's like a really creepy movie.
Is that the one where he's like kills and buries his family in the garden and he's eating like corn afterwards?
Something weird like that. He's like living in his attic. Fucking bizarre.
That's it.
Yeah, and he's trying to complete this book that he never completes, and like, I think he ends up killing the sheriff because the sheriff catches on, and he realizes he has a split personality.
So CD Projekt Red is making a game called Cyberpunk 2077, and it's about a dude eating corn and writing a book?
Yeah. It's kind of like, that movie or that game we used to play, Amnesia.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, I'm having a tough time trying to picture it.
I don't either. I have amnesia.
You guys are all making jokes, and I'm over here steaming like, oh my god.
I know!
Get it right.
Dude, as soon as you started saying something, I knew you were just over there like turning into a boiling pot of fucking piss right there.
There's enough bullshit surrounding it that, don't trash it anymore. People
So,
are
Damok,
trying.
how about this? How about you tell us a little bit about Cyberpunk 2077?
It's probably going to be hailed as the greatest game in the century. And it's just going to be amazing. And you should fucking pre-order it because it's CD Projekt Red. When have they done anybody wrong? They don't buy it.
What else have they done?
The Witcher series.
Oh, that's why it's...
Yeah, that's why we were talking about The Witcher in there.
I never really got into The Witcher. That's another game I have that I haven't beaten.
The Witcher was CD Projekt Red really like first
project.
I would probably say AAA title, like the first big, really big title that they had. I mean, they had some titles before The Witcher, and they were fun titles and stuff. But The Witcher was really, I would say, their breakthrough title, their real target hit. And for the time when The Witcher came out, the game, the story-wise, the game was off the fucking charts. Combat-wise, mechanics and all that stuff, the game doesn't quite hold up to today. I mean, the later iterations of The Witcher polished a lot of stuff. But for the time, The Witcher really was a decent combat. I mean, other things to compare to it, or that you had to compare to it, would be like, the half turn-based, not turn-based Knights of the Old Republic.
I was just going to bring that up, because, I don't think... gameplay is important, of course, but so long as it's not, broken, I don't think that the game will suffer in the end. KOTOR's storyline makes up any of that garbage kind of control scheme that it had.
Yeah, absolutely. And with BioWare, with KOTOR being, one of BioWare's really earlier titles, I kind of that's acceptable in my mind.
Anybody remember Jade Empire?
Yes.
That was a pretty cool game.
Yeah, so Cyberpunk, so let's give a little history lesson here in case anybody doesn't know. So Cyberpunk originally was created back in 1980, something, 1980?
The legends say it was much earlier.
Really?
No.
When was it created?
I'm just trying to make it like an ancient Egypt mystery.
Well, you see, we must go back to the far reaches of humanity itself to find Cyberpunk.
No, I'm joking. No, so originally it started off back in the 80s. I want to say it was 1980. I'm probably wrong. But the guy's name was Mike Pondsmith. He was the creator around this whole thing. And it was a tabletop game. It was a tabletop RPG. And it was awesome. And there was a whole bunch, I think there was a bunch of books that came out that increased the lore. There was fan fiction that came out. I wish I could say I got into Cyberpunk 2020 more than I did. I got to a crossroads in my life at that point in time when we really started, and I went down the MERP realm instead of Cyberpunk realm. I think my life would probably be a lot different if I had went down Cyberpunk realm than the MERP realm, but that's just here nor there. Did anybody actually play Cyberpunk 2020?
No.
Negative
Ghost Rider. Tabletop game this afternoon when I was reading it.
So Cyberpunk 2020 was Man. So you guys know steampunk. You guys know the concept of steampunk, right?
Yes.
Okay, so steampunk is that, that punk genre, but everything is steam or clockwork driven. Cyberpunk was the exact opposite direction. It was all computer, electrical, like super technological driven, cyborgs and all this other stuff that went along with it. Really, really great. Had a lot of different, it was all broken up into gangs, like inner city warfare type thing. Really, really, just a really fun game overall. But if you didn't like that inner city warfare thing, then it might not have been your cup of tea. And that's honestly why I didn't really go down that realm. Even though now looking back, MERP was probably the same thing, only instead of being inner city, it was just fucking two kingdoms fighting instead. It really was the same thing. But anyway, so the whole topic for tonight, now that we've got done with the little history lesson, the whole topic is the controversies surrounding this game. Now, you can't go through a gaming feed without seeing some of these controversies. And I don't want to start, I want to attack them kind of one at a time, just to give them their full due diligence here and kind of, I don't know, maybe laugh about some of them, or maybe some of them got some validity. I don't know. That's what we're here to talk about. So, which ones have you guys been hearing about this, right? Like you've been reading?
Can I get a buzzer so that every time somebody says something, I can just like, nah! And then fucking
go on, what do you got? What did I screw up?
No, not you. I'm saying because when it comes to the controversies, I'm going to call these little bitches out. I fucking hate all this bullshit.
Well, what
no, there are some pretty bad ones.
Yeah, I was going to say I need more information as to what the controversies are, or if there are different ones, or if it's like one main one, or what. Oh,
no, there's a bunch of them. But what do you got, Blue?
So what I've gotten from this whole that people don't understand gender. It's not like Ghost in the Shell. If you've ever seen that anime, there is no real you can be in female robot, but at the same time that's not who you are, and it's kind of like an ambiguous thing. And I know some messes with it. And there was something about not black or something called the stupid shit. What do you got, Zyber?
So you're saying it's kind of like that show Altered Carbon, where you'd have a sleeve, and your stack can be in as many sleeves as you want.
No.
God, I need to watch that.
Oh no, you get
no. It's not like Altered Carbon where you body jump and stuff. It's not like that. It's right. More like I would say if you have to give it closer to something, it would be closer to Deus Ex than it would be Altered Carbon.
Okay.
You can play basketball though.
Maybe.
That's the real question.
So one of the big controversies that came up was, oh shit, my brain just melted. It was they changed one of the gangs. So one of the gangs in Cyberpunk 2020 was notoriously a white gang, and they were just really, really aggressive. And I'm completely blitzing on their fucking name right now, and I'm frantically trying to look them up because I forgot their name already. But they were a white gang, and in Cyberpunk 2077, I believe they made them an Asian gang.
No.
Okay, what was it?
So, what we have seen from the gameplay trailers is that they have shown them as blacks and not whites. However, that is not what the actual game is. They showed everybody an hour portion of a game that's supposed to have 120 plus hours of easy gameplay without any side quests. The original gang is still controlled by the ruthless whites, and it's really, really fucked up and all of that. But during that section of gameplay, they were in a certain specific part of a city where the gang is ruthless and has recruited multiple races. And yeah, it's still run by the same fucking people. They just wanted to include other races into everything.
So there was the one gang that they really, really got upset about, and they called themselves the Animals. Now, in the Cyberpunk world, the Animals were they were labeled that way because they're ruthless, beastly, barbaric, just right. The ferocity of animals. So that's why they called them Animals.
You mean like gang?
Yeah, the gang, sorry.
Like real life gangs. That's...
Yeah, exactly.
We call a gang member today an animal and people have a problem with it. It's like, well, if these people are literally killing innocent people, that makes them animals.
Well, no. So it's not even that far. They are calling themselves the Animals.
Right.
So, like, that's the name of the gang. And the big controversy came up because in the action that they showed with part of the gameplay, you were killing a bunch of these animals, or referring to them as animals, and they happened to all be black that you were shooting at. So the big controversy came up.
Not just that. It wasn't that they were just black and calling themselves the animals for that game. It was because the character that CD Projekt Red chose to display was a white character.
Yes, good point. That
was Keanu Reeves.
No. You're not playing Keanu Reeves. You're playing a different character.
Oh.
But that's also a good point. You are playing a white character, and you're shooting a bunch of black gang members and calling them animals. So that got a big controversy.
That begs the question: would it have been better had the first player character been black himself, or would it have been better had they all just been white? Like, this is so confusing.
The portion that people have really swept under the rug was when it was initially announced and talked about. You have full character customization between male and female. Pick your race, choose facial features, and augment, and all that wonderful stuff. But CD Projekt Red chose to go with a white character, and that's caused a lot of the controversy.
Why? That's so fucking dumb. Oh my god. What did they want him to go as? Fucking Barney the dinosaur?
Do you guys remember back when Resident Evil 4 came out? Oh, no, maybe it was Resident Evil 5.
Thank you. That's where I was going to go.
Yeah, go ahead. Talk about it.
No, just like you're, in Africa, and you're literally killing black zombies as a white chick or something like that?
Yeah.
No, she wasn't white. He was white. She was else.
No, she was black. The woman that you played opposite was a black character, I believe.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my god.
Well, regardless, you had a white person killing black zombies. So, like, where was the whole, like, oh, this is an injustice then?
Dude, it did come up then. It absolutely did come up then.
Oh,
there was a whole controversy around Resident Evil when it came out that they were shooting a bunch that, this just makes it acceptable to shoot a bunch of black people. Like, no, dude, you're in Africa. Like, you're not in South Africa. You're in the middle of fucking Africa.
Oh, God. I fucking love people. So fucking stupid.
Yeah, but, the other thing is that these games, they kind of represent different element and, like, telling a story. And some of the things that they talk about in, like, novels and games and all this other shit is that there is a conflict between people. The main conflict that I get from Cyberpunk is it's people, of, like, a certain economic class are considered, valuable, and everyone else is replaceable and garbage. So,
expendable,
like, it's just another lens to represent or lesser. These games to be lesser. The fact that they chose a character who's white is just, I don't know, people are just trying to find something. It's not necessary. It's not what they're trying to do.
Yeah, I would further argue that if you wanted to, you'd have to prove the intent. Like, that was what they intended, which clearly I do not believe is the case.
Yeah, but do you really have to prove intent?
Yes. You absolutely do.
But with the mob mentality, do you really need to prove intent to get everybody to be on your side?
Well, if you want my respect, you do.
Well, that's not, we're not talking about respect. We're talking about everybody. We're talking about the blind masses just getting behind. It's like that movie. You remember that movie PCU? Where there was that group of people that would protest everything. In fact, to the point that at the end of the movie, they were protesting that they were not going to protest.
Right.
That's like the mass of people that get behind these type of just powder keg moments where it's like, oh. And
these aren't real powder keg moments, though. Like, that's what I'm saying is if those people who want to scream about this stuff, if you decide to just say, like had the producer here, CD Projekt Red or whatever, had they just not responded, had they just heard those complaints and then said, we don't care, we're not even going to comment on this. Like, that would almost be the better course of action. Because otherwise, you're basically just giving attention to a bunch of self-entitled little assholes that are seeking for attention. Like, that's what these are. These are attention-seeking behaviors. And I just think they should be shut the fuck up by not paying attention.
Well, my perspective on them choosing a white character over a black character, over a female, over whatever. I mean, the guy who probably made the character was probably like, oh man, I'm going to make this cool character. He was probably some, like, Poindexter white guy.
Sure.
Just going, I'm going to make this guy look like me, only really cool. And that way, I will feel awesome.
You can't do that anymore because it's, for some reason, racist. Like, That's what I'm saying. Like, people are screaming about inclusion. It's like, well, what if the team that created this game is probably what, like 70% white? You're telling me?
Actually, no, not at all.
What?
They're not 70% white. They're actually a very diverse culture that is.
They are.
CD Projekt Red. It's like they publish their stats at one, and it's like 15% white. But I mean, they are from Poland.
How is that progressive? How is like that's what I'm saying. Like, if most people are saying things like, okay, there's America's like 14% black, therefore, at any given company, you should find 14% black employees at the very least, right? That's basically the idea of inclusion, is that everybody represents their population percentage. And given the fact that we live in a country that is 70% white, that's why I threw that figure out there. And so that,
right.
But nowadays we exist in a culture where it's anything that's the opposite, right, is seen as good. Like, you look at a career like engineering, right, predominantly male, and there are people out there that scream how this is sexist. And yet you go over into, say, the social sciences, right, where things like therapy or whatever, or the more social kind of group stuff. Like, you go there, it's predominantly female, but that's seen as a super positive. And it's like, dude, no, this is all stupid. People choose what they want to do. People choose where they want to go. And I imagine if CD Projekt Red has like a crazy demographic like that, then that probably was the result of pure chance, not because they were actively seeking to do it, but perhaps because they were trying to hire the people they felt were best suited for the positions they were hiring.
Absolutely.
Right.
They hire top in their studio, just like Steve.
Just as everybody should.
Yeah, the point of saying that they were a diverse group of people wasn't necessarily to kind of contradict what you were saying, article. It was just more of saying that there isn't necessarily any one major group being represented that would have some sort of major pull there. And it was even funny because the creator of Cyberpunk 2020, who's been really like heavily involved in this creation of Cyberpunk 2077, Mike Pondsmith, he even stated in one of his interviews that CD Projekt Red was one of the most diverse gaming companies that he had ever had the privilege to work with.
Wait, what does that mean, though? Like, the most diverse?
As in the most diverse, in race and whatnot, So, and the reason he brought that up, it was, I think, specifically because of this attack that they were being racially biased in the game, and he was saying, well, no, look, they're representing my. So,
think about it this way: if your aim for diversity, right, is reflected outwardly in your employees by race, right? Like, you say that a company's diversity is based on whether or not you can enter a room and see a shitload of different races present, right? Aren't you then just judging every single person in that room by appearance? You're saying that because that guy doesn't look like that guy, therefore they are diverse. They are different people. I think that's inherently racist. I think that's the far more nefarious way to think. I think diversity of thought is far more important than anything else we could have this day and age, and that's what we don't have. That's why we're getting these echo chambers. That's why we're getting these people that are screaming about the stupidest shit you could imagine. Ooh, the guy's dick isn't fucking to my liking or whatever. Therefore, it's fucking sexism. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. And that's all I'm trying to point out is, like, I get what people are saying, but these examples are just bad. Upon close scrutiny, you can dismantle any of these arguments.
Yeah, well, yeah, and you know what? That's a valid opinion. But let's get some other people's opinions on this too. What do you got, Zyber?
Well, my whole thing is, when it comes to these big studios, I could give a rat's ass of who's who and what's what in those chairs, as long as they are qualified to be in those chairs. So you could be purple, black, yellow, green, leper,
not blue.
It doesn't matter,
No, it can't be blue.
Yes, it can. They can.
Bite me.
It can't.
I don't care.
What do you got, Dave?
That's honestly the better way to do it, right?
Just a couple things. I mean, in my opinion, I think people are really jumping the gun before they see the whole game. You see a clip, and they're jumping to conclusions, one. And two, I think with the elephant in the room is this is a Polish company. So the demographics are a lot different in Poland. They probably weren't thinking about the race issues, like the strains that are in America right now, are a totally different country. Our whole issues of race right here is not necessarily going to be present in a country where this game company is. So they're not really thinking like, oh, good, oh, we got to make sure we don't insult anybody. They're not even thinking of that because it may not be an issue in their culture. I don't know for sure. I don't live in Poland, but I have a feeling that this has predominantly been like, say, this particular thing with these echo chambers has been an American thing because we have a lot of strain between the races right now.
Yeah, you can't really blame a company, a Polish company, for making a mistake. You know, they're fucking sitting there constantly looking over their shoulders, wondering if Germany's going to fucking invade them again.
Well, one thing I want to point out, though, is that Mike Pondsmith actually responded out specifically about this in I think it was on Reddit or Twitter, but he responded out because people were describing about, you know, this whole outrage and saying really how they think that CD Projekt Red has, like, I don't know, I'm going to paraphrase here, twisted Pondsmith's kind of vision of what it was and changed it to something that really he never wanted to be, and he should be outraged. And he actually responded back, and I respect the guy for responding back in any way, shape, or form. Usually because I just let the trolls my theory is just let the trolls troll and then move on with life. Kind of like your comment article where you're saying, hey, look, if they didn't say anything, this would have gone away type of thing.
Yeah.
But he actually responded back saying, hey, you know, who are you to tell me how I should react?
Exactly.
He even said that he's loved the changes that CD Projekt Red has come out, and he really thinks that CD Projekt Red has nailed his vision. And that's the thing that I like. Think about all these different controversies that are coming about of it. People getting so butthurt over this. This is Mike Pondsmith's vision, and CD Projekt Red literally plucked it out of his head and made it into a game, made it into a world. You know, the only person who can say whether it's right or not right, if they've nailed it or not, really is that man right there who made it, and he's already saying they've nailed it.
Oh, yes. Not only have they nailed it, they've gone far beyond it and made minor changes to it with his permission, because he is heavily involved. Now, CD Projekt Red has not talked to the trolls and has not come and said anything. Mike Pondsmith has quite a bit. There's only one thing that CD Projekt Red has come out and talked about, and I'll wait for that one.
Well, that brings to the next controversy about this billboard, this ad that was in there. Did you guys?
Yes, I saw that. That's
all right.
stupid.
So now this is ignorance on me. I actually did catch the ad. I was so focused on trying to look at the people and stuff around that I completely ignored the whole background, and I never got around to going back and looking at it. So what the hell was this ad?
I wasn't looking for the dick.
I only looked at it because of the outrage.
What was it?
It's a supposedly, maybe, possibly transgender, relative female-looking character that is trying to sell you.
Yep.
Yeah, so what I read about it...
What's the problem?
The problem is that the transgender displayed as trying to sell you a product.
And using sexuality.
Yeah, so everybody gets in those positions.
And this is
you're selling a project.
I'm just looking at the ad right now. It's for an energy drink called Mix It Up. Oh, no, that's not it. What's the energy drink? No, that's the ad. It's Chow Man Chiller.
No, it's Mix It Up.
No. The name on the side of the can is Chromanicure. Chromanicure?
Right, but the company is Mix It Up or whatever.
Oh, okay. 16 flavors you'd love to mix. Okay, so I can see why they would be upset, because that ad, that person who looks kind of like a woman has a penis. Like,
yes.
you can distinctly see a penis right there. Like, it's outlined, and yeah, they're wearing something over top, but that's distinctly, like, that's the rod. That's half-mast.
Oh yeah, that is definitely a transgender to sell you a soft drink or energy drink.
I don't see what the problem is. What's the fucking... It doesn't matter. Everybody sells products. Get over your fucking self.
In the future, with with it becoming a bigger part of the population, they're trying to show you the future, 2077. Why wouldn't they have ads targeted at a bigger portion of the the market, which would be, obviously, as we're seeing on the news, transgender? I don't know about you guys, but I'm just sick of outrage culture in general. Just Jesus.
Well, no, Zyber brings up a good point. I mean, transgender and everything, and just that whole topic has really just exploded in the past few years. So why, if we were looking towards the future, why wouldn't this become just a normal part of life? Why does anybody give a fuck?
Exactly. Well, yeah, that was part of my point too. Is that it's you're going to have ads targeted toward you. So if you're going to be a bigger part of the population in the future, you're going to have ads targeted toward you. And frankly, sex sells. We sexualize men, women, and everything in between.
I mean, did they or did they not want to be included?
What if Cyberpunk 2077 has got like the whole thing from the Minority Report, where it scans your eyes and figures out all of your likes and dislikes automatically and gives you customized ads? Maybe he's seeing a trans person selling him an energy drink because this guy that we think is a guy is not a guy. It's actually a chick that looks like a guy.
I mean, if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck.
All right, what do you got, Blue?
Exactly that. Like, it's the fucking future people. Like, I'm pretty sure they can do crazy shit like that. And I think like, that's not unheard of.
Yeah, just like, and I don't know. Maybe I'm just like getting to the point where I'm just going to start yelling at kids to get off my lawn or something. But like, really, where does that, like, who the fuck looks at that and literally gets so butthurt that they're going to make this big of a stink?
Hey, well, if the wrong person gets elected, you have people crying, and you have adults and people in college that are supposed to be able to think critically and be exposed to both ideas they don't like and like for education, and they have to hide in a tent with crayons coloring for a week because they can't stand who got elected. Society's fucked, dude. It's fucked up.
All right, now I want to ask a very serious question here, and for those of you who know me, you should have this answer. How long have I been saying this exact phrase? The human race is doomed.
Since I've known you.
How long have I known you?
Since like 4th grade.
All right, then.
I would disagree. It's not over till it's over.
Dude, if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck.
But human beings contain a very great capacity for understanding, and that's across the board.
I don't know about across the board.
No, listen to me. I'm a fucking idiot, okay? And even I can understand nuclear physics. So
what is this, Alex Jones? I am basically retarded.
I'm fucking retarded, all right? And so that's what I'm saying is, like, if other people can be taught, and if people can learn to maybe react better, behave better, or whatever. But you also got to remember, like, a lot of this is like youth culture, right? I mean, imagine if we had Twitter when we were like 12 and 13, like all the stupid shit we would have said with. So maybe some of it should be taken with a grain of salt. I don't know. What you guys, Zyber?
Yeah, I don't think humans really have all that great a capacity for understanding shit, because you get these morons that are freaking out over an ad in a fucking video game and can't, get past their own shallowness to be like, oh, hey, it's a game. Whatever. Brush off your shoulder. Move the fuck along. Suck it up, Sally. It's a goddamn game.
Okay.
What do you got, Damok?
All right. So, has anybody actually read the outrage on it and the only response from CD Projekt Red about it?
I haven't, no. So I'm pretty much speaking of my ass here.
Is the response that they were just adding more customization?
No.
Okay.
So what it was that the lead art designer who made the damn advertisement came out and spoke out about it and called all these people fucking morons when they were outraged. That poster was made as a corporate slogan. So they are going to take a transgender, they're going to sexualize a transgender, then they're going to use that sexualized transgender to sell a product. This is the year 2077. They're going to sexualize and sell everything. That person, the transgender person, I don't know a proper term, but the person is only there to sell you a product by a corporation and therefore is owned by the corporation. It was not meant to be a slight against transgenders in the world at all whatsoever. But everybody took it as a slight, saying that we over-sexualize transgenders and they're trying to sell products. The lead designer was like, no, stupid fucks. It's a corporate-owned transgender that is selling you a product.
Yeah. I'm just saying, people advertise stuff like that to straight and or gay individuals. all the time. And if one of the portions that people, trans communities specifically, is arguing in favor of right now, it's inclusion. And I'm sorry, but if you want to be included, that means that advertisers are going to fucking basically do whatever they can to make money. That's just what's going to happen. And I think that in the context of Cyberpunk, I think that that's more their comment. I think they're speaking on, capitalism kind of as a whole there.
But I'll say this again. How is that any different than the here and now today? You have Nike with like sports ads targeted to African Americans.
That's what I'm saying. It's perfectly normal.
Right. I mean, I don't fucking get how stupid some people can be on like the way the world works in marketing. You pick a demographic and you run with it.
Yeah, but is it the transgender being in uproar? Or is it people who think that transgender are being hurt by this? Because I feel like sometimes it's just people who think, oh, you shouldn't say that. I'm like, how does that apply to you? Like, when I start talking trash about blue people and a green person tells me, well, that's not a nice thing to say. You shouldn't do that. You're hurting their feelings. You're marginalized. Are you fucking blue? No. So shut up. If I want to talk about the fucking Smurfs, I'll talk about the fucking Smurfs.
So I'm reading one of the articles right now, and it seems that the big upset about this isn't necessarily that they had a trans person selling something, but it's that they were over-sexualizing a trans person. And again, I think we've hit on the topic here. It's literally like they over-sexualize people now, and this is the future. Yeah, logic.
Exactly.
Sarah Underwood and all the stuff she advertises.
Yeah. Now, unless you want to simultaneously argue that maybe things should be less sexualized, and that includes everything, right? Then, yeah, you could argue that, but it's not going to happen anytime soon,
Exactly. Yeah, like sex sells, and people know that sex sells.
Well, people like sex,
Well, I like sex.
Yeah, I was going to say, you can't blame them.
Sex is really, awesome.
Exactly.
Hell yes.
Like, I actually just had this conversation with my wife earlier, and she's like, well, I was like, hey, yeah, we can have sex. She's like, well, but what if it's bad sex? I was like, look, it's sex. There is no bad sex. I had sex equals it was good.
I wouldn't go so far to say that.
Yeah, sure.
With a little addendum to that.
Yeah,
if you break it during it and you got to go to the hospital, I would say that's bad.
Dude, I still got laid.
I wouldn't call that a win either way.
I don't know. I think Akon agrees with Cecil and still counts.
Little column A, little column B.
Yeah.
I just had sex.
I mean, you still, you're sitting there. Okay, so think of it this way. Let's get that same scenario. You're sitting there, rapping away, crack. Now you're in the ambulance, and they're dragging you over there, and they're sitting there going, so, what happened? And you just look at them dead in the face, and you're like, I got laid.
I finished.
And they'll be like, okay. Dude.
I don't think I'd calmly be saying anything with a right angle on my dick, okay? I don't know. I think I'd be screaming.
It's a fluid-filled sack. Come on, it'll fix itself. Isn't that what John Wayne Bobbitt said?
I heard it's really painful. I'm scared.
The chance... Okay, so you're using an extreme as a counter-argument, and I'm going to call you an idiot, sir. Sex is good all across the board.
I also refer to that article is not the only retard in this group. I am too.
Oh no! I honestly, if you're looking at so let's touch on that for a quick second. Article: if you're retarded, you still are not retarded enough to go full retard when talking about Humble Bundle.
Whoa! We don't ever.
That's not true.
Talk about
That's
that.
not true. I think that same.
Potato.
I think that same episode. Well, either that episode or the one before.
All right, fuck you. I'm out.
Yeah, I did make reference to needing a short bus to play in what the hell was it? Blackout?
You did. You did.
We rode the short bus to school.
You did, but however, you did not go full retard reading the Humble Bundle script.
Right, but this is just becoming uncomfortable.
What do you got, Blue?
So another is a point that I've been trying to make, and I think that we've all been making. It's this world, in Cyberpunk 20. I think people need to appreciate the setting, not this idea, well, now you should, or now this isn't acceptable. This is his own freaking creation. It's a portrayal of a concept of what the future environment is, like the bad thing, treating people less than what they are. So, so what if they use a transgender person that's over-sexualized and ask, maybe that's what the shit they do. I mean, we do that already, but I mean, we just haven't seen a transgender person selling products in over sexualized manner.
Maybe we haven't seen that because we're not looking for it too.
Yeah, or have we?
Yeah. I mean, not that I'm aware of.
Good point.
But I don't watch TV anymore.
You got, what is it? Drag Race, RuPaul's Drag Race, right? Isn't that basically that? Like, maybe not. I don't think it's overly sexualized or anything like that, but that's part of the element of entertainment in a show for sure.
And then the MMA fights when they have the girls that hold up the round cards.
Yep. Do they have guys for the female rounds? That'd be funny.
They should. Maybe somebody needs a job. They should.
Ring
Equality,
guys.
damn it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Okay, there's another great fucking example, right? If you want to be a ring girl, right, you have to be a woman. 100% employed by women in that category.
And that's a positive.
Snip, snip. There goes the tip.
According to you.
Yeah, I was reiterating that the world view on that is that's a positive. Like, oh, females are being whatever. I was trying to be funny. I failed.
Yeah. I think that they agree to do it. You know, like I think that's ultimately the thing. They're compensated. They agree to do it.
No, dude. Yeah, like strippers agree to strip.
Right, exactly. Same sort of thing. Now, yeah, we can argue about what.
Not like we put a gun to their head.
Right. Well, we could argue that maybe some of them didn't exactly have the best choice to do that, right? Because they were probably forced there by maybe economic reasons or whatever. But some people, I assume, do it because they want to do it. So,
most of the strippers that I have met and talked to, and yes, I've talked to them outside of the club because it always ends up one of my friends goes home with them. They're doing it for, purely financial reasons because they make a fuck ton of money and they can pay off whatever the hell they're trying to pay off.
Oh, after Zyber gets done, I'll tell you a story.
What do you got, Zyber?
Well, my thing is on the whole ring girl thing, but for the female MMA fights, the guys come out all dick in a box style with the cards.
All oiled up.
All oiled up, but that skit dick in a box.
Yeah.
That's how they have the card. They're
Oh yeah, they do. Fuck, I've never noticed that.
They could spin it.
Exactly.
That'd be pretty funny. They should just do that as maybe a joke one night, just to see how it goes.
I'd laugh.
Get the Magic Mike dancers out there with the cards.
Yeah, actually, I've never seen. This might be more telling. I've never actually seen a professional female fight. Maybe they already do this.
I kind of want to go to a strip club now.
What do you got, Damok?
Oh, like stripper story? You guys ready for this?
Yep.
As long as it's not slaying a dragon, I'm ready.
Yeah, no, we won't ever talk about that. We're good. So, in the military, we're all fucking to the strip clubs, having a damn good drunk as shit, and of course somebody's gonna take home the stripper. Well, yeah, we had the one dude that decided he was totally fixated because this stripper showed him any sort of interest, and he brought her back to the apartment we had, and we all went upstairs. We were drunk as fuck. He stayed downstairs and stripper. That's awesome. Poor dude didn't have a condom, nothing, whatever. That's his own goddamn fault. We didn't realize who the stripper was. It was the biggest woman I have seen in my whole life. It was the nastiest fucking... We had to take the couch outside in the front yard and burn. Cops showed, and we had to explain, and they were okay with it.
They help you? Did they? They help you set fire to it?
Yeah, they poured more gas on it.
Everybody knows who she is because she bounces from club to club. She's apparently the biggest, beautiful woman that you will ever meet in Killeen, Texas.
Oh, that was a clean... Is the dude okay?
Yeah, he had some other issues. He beat his dick raw, and I do mean raw. So raw that he couldn't deploy because he couldn't touch his dick for a while.
Hashtag tag. You all talk about the dirtiest shit in the world sometimes. I swear.
What, you never beat your dick raw?
No, I'm not stupid.
You're missing out, man.
Uh-huh. All right.
Fucked it raw once, but never beat it raw.
So you're telling me, Damok, that's not the first time the cops have come to a house where they're burning a couch?
It might have been the first time that they came to us burning a couch that said, dude fucked, I don't remember the damn stripper's name, it was like Ava or some shit. And, yeah, they were like, oh, yeah, he did what? And we're like, yep, we're burning the couch. And they're like, okay. And we have fire extinguishers. We were doing it right. I got a dude from EOD unit. We're good.
We got an EOD guy here. There ain't nothing that's gonna happen.
It's called a controlled burn.
Yeah, he might have been overqualified.
I'm surprised the dude's dick didn't fall off.
Jesus Christ.
Even the aides are scared and clean.
Well, on that note, why don't we just wrap this shit right up? Article, where can people find you at?
Please don't. Right here at This Is Article, and on Xbox Live at Outstanding CF2. Please hit me up there if you're good at Apex, because I'm tired of really fucking stupid players. Thank you so much. That's about it.
Nice. What about you, Damok? Where can people find you at?
I just trolled the Discord for the podcast.
All right. What about you, Zyber? Where can we find you at, man?
Well, you can find me palling around on the G.N.A. Discord. You can find me on the G.N.A. Twitter, Facebook, or my Zyber Games Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Yeah, that's about it. If you want a game, just look at my profile on the Discord, or, find my pinned tweets on Twitter. Follow those.
Nice. What about you, D? Where can we find you at?
Hiding under the table, quivering and traumatized after that last story.
That was pretty bad, wasn't it?
Yeah. Nah, just kidding. You can find me on Microbrew Gamers with a Z7S.com, my website. I've got a YouTube channel, but I just found a new site that may be upcoming and replacing the crap that is YouTube. LBRY, like library. So I'm starting up a channel there. Of course, I've got my Twitter, my Facebook, my Instagram, all Microbrew Gamers. So you can find me in there. I've got my own Discord, Microbrew Gamers. I'm usually on the G.N.A. podcast mostly, but I also haunt Yeah Dude Gamers, 3-player co-op, Josh of All Trades, and of course, Mulehorn Gaming Slow Speed Run. So you can find me just bounce around between a bunch of them.
And
what about you, Blue? Where can we find you at?
Hi, I'm Blue Shark 45. You can find me on Twitter at Blue Shark 45. You can also find me on Xbox, and I rarely give out this gamer tag, but pay attention, people. Black Angel 44. You can also find me on Discord, and those are the ones I mostly participate in. But you mostly find me on our Discord, sometimes saying hi, sometimes saying something, and then just going silent.
Vaporizing back to TPCs.
That's right.
And I'm Cecil Xavier, your host. You can find me on Cecil vs. Games on Twitter, Cecil Xavier everywhere else. Ustream, YouTube, Mixer, Twitch, Facebook, pretty much everywhere. TPC Gaming, G.N.A. Gamers, Josh of All Trades, Mulehorn Gaming, G.N.A. Gamer, I think I already said them, Geek Squatch. I'm pretty much fucking everywhere. Like, if you can't find me, tell me where I am or where I'm supposed to be, and I'll go there. I'm fine with that, too. So, we hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe on your favorite podcast app. Reviews help people find the show. So if you enjoy listening to us, let other people know. You can find us on iTunes, Google Play Music, Podcast Addict, Stitcher, Player FM, Spreaker, MyTuner, Your Listen, and Spotify, and even iHeartRadio. So go find us there. Just search G.N.A. and somehow leave that last dot off, and it seems to find us right away. If you want to follow us on Twitter or Facebook, just search at G.N.A. Podcast, just all one word. You can also join the Discord chat, see the pinned tweet. We've also added that link to Mixer, I think. I'll probably be adding it a bunch of other places like the website and stuff too eventually. Hope you like game shows, because we have a game show night. First Saturday of every month, we do Jackbox games, and we do Steam code giveaways. And we have a metric fuck ton of Steam codes to give away. I gave away, I think, like 8 last time around, and I still have a shit ton more.
Hey, how many did Night Rain?
Hold on, I'll tell you.
Because I know he was bragging. He was like, yeah, I killed it last time.
3. He got 3 codes last round. Yeah.
And you guys just play like trivia games?
We play trivia games, and we also play things like Quiplash or Surviving the Internet, where you've got to write a phrase on there and basically get people vote on what the best one is, whether you're burning somebody or whether it's the funniest.
Sure.
And they vote on it, and if you win, you win.
There's one where you play a guy who a job and it's bomb disposal.
Oh yeah, nobody's ever won at that though. Like, ever wanted that. I should want to do that one day with a bunch of people.
Keep talking, nobody dies or nobody explodes, something like that.
No. It's one of those.
It's bomb defusal. Yeah, it's like Jackbox Games 2.
Yeah, it's one of theirs.
Yeah, it's actually it's very entertaining, but you really want to play it with a bunch of people who are sober because it fucking sucks otherwise. We partnered with Humble Bundle. Hey, who can tell us about Humble Bundle? Zyber, can you tell us about Humble Bundle, man?
Yes, not me.
What's Humble Bundle?
Oh shit! Okay, well if Zyber doesn't know, then maybe Blue can tell us. No,
Humble
I'm joking.
Bundle is a game purchasing service that you buy games the normal way you do on a lot of these sites, but there's a little bit of a twist. You could donate to charity. If you want to help us donate to charity, just pop that partner equals G.N.A podcast at the end of the link. Scroll down. There's a little drop box. Drop that down. Slide that puppy for the charity all the way over. Maybe kick a few bones to the developers or Humble. You know, just don't throw it to us. We'll just throw it to Code to give away during game show night. That's pretty much where it goes. So, yeah, just give it to the charities. But yeah, you just pop that in.
How much have we made this month, Zyber?
So far we have 2806. Yeah, nice. You got 2806 that we didn't have before, so it's all good.
Yeah. So if you do you like anime? Because we like anime. Join us Wednesday nights on at 19:30 Eastern Time for Anime Night, hosted by none other than Blue Shock 45, who is not blue nor shock nor 45.
Sounds kind of sketchy.
Thanks for including that. Yeah, we're watching It Really Alright to Pick Up Girls. Probably screwed up that title again.
Yeah, it's pretty much, if you join in with this one, either you're going to need a shower or be prepared to go to jail.
Oh, it's not that bad.
Does it come with a subscription to NAMBLA?
So go check out Anime Night. It's a great time. We want to thank Morgan BS Photography for our new logo and artwork. Check him out at morganbs.com. You can email us at GNApodcast at GNAandyourdNA.1 with questions, comments, death threats. We don't care. We'd love to hear from you. Just something, anything.
Miss you, Shadow.
Miss you, Shadow. Come back.
Miss you, baby. I need to hump your leg again.
Last but not least, check out our website at
In May 26, 1958, the first commercial nuclear power plant in the United States became operational and is in Shippingport Atomic Power Station. Big shout out to my boy The Article over there. We understand nuclear power is safe for all. We should all be fucking using it. You're stupid if you don't think so. Anyways,
broke my headphones.
Or GNApodcast.com, whatever the fuck we're doing.
That shit got me hyped.
Have a good night, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Where the fuck you shadow that punk ass?
Team.
Oh god, make it go away. Make it go away. I fucking regret talking shit about the Kraken. Oh my god. What are we supposed to do?